I was so excited for the party that I couldn't sit still. I was so excited for the party that I couldn't sit still. Am I going to school? Am I going to school? I think it's time for me to say goodbye. I think it's time for me to say goodbye. Were you a blogger a century ago? Were you a blogger a century ago? If you don't hurry, you'll miss the bus. If you don't hurry, you'll miss the bus. I'm sure the weather will be fine tomorrow. I'm sure the weather will be fine tomorrow. Where can I find canned vegetables? Where can I find canned vegetables? We play video games on the weekends. We play video games on the weekends. Let me know the program of the movie. Let me know the program of the movie. Don't we analyze at sunset? Don't we analyze at sunset? Must block. Must block. Can we talk after you and I make plans? Can we talk after you and I make plans? I wish they had started their own business. I wish they had started their own business. Is his wife a programmer? Is his wife a programmer? I exercised regularly, so I got more fit. I exercised regularly, so I got more fit. We should get to work, right? We should get to work, right? Shouldn't we be journeymen in 2 nights? Shouldn't we be journeymen in 2 nights? The project will continue for another 6 months. The project will continue for another 6 months. How many cars do you have? How many cars do you have? My stepbrother is a psychiatrist. My stepbrother is a psychiatrist. We'll join another. We'll join another. Is my nephew the bus driver? Is my nephew the bus driver? Can he come to the beach with us? Can he come to the beach with us? He has a talent for playing the piano. He has a talent for playing the piano. He has never been to a concert. He has never been to a concert. Remember to drink plenty of water. Remember to drink plenty of water. How many languages did you speak last year? How many languages did you speak last year? He may not be a comedian in 2 centuries. He may not be a comedian in 2 centuries. We didn't print it 5 years ago. We didn't print it 5 years ago. Did you ever match? Did you ever match? Let's have some popcorn after the movie. Let's have some popcorn after the movie. I did not protect at noon. I did not protect at noon. Will it hit at sunrise? Will it hit at sunrise? Not tested often? Not tested often? I'll start by saying I'm not a fan of change. I'll start by saying I'm not a fan of change. He told a joke to his friends. He told a joke to his friends. The size of the house is small. The size of the house is small. We didn't print. We didn't print. Tomorrow evening we will go to the cinema. Tomorrow evening we will go to the cinema. Can't he pull? Can't he pull? Can't they normally do science? Can't they normally do science? There are no cars in the parking lot. There are no cars in the parking lot. Can you evaluate every day? Can you evaluate every day? I don't recommend yearly. I don't recommend yearly. Was your neighbor a merchant? Was your neighbor a merchant? I can't believe it's December already. Time really flies when you're having fun. I can't believe it's December already. Time really flies when you're having fun. Raw beats. Raw beats. They may not rise later. They may not rise later. He will practice his guitar skills every day. He will practice his guitar skills every day. Did he give any indication of where he was going? Did he give any indication of where he was going? Are your parents inspectors? Are your parents inspectors? Attended a conference and learned about new technologies. Attended a conference and learned about new technologies. We had a great time at the party, they said. We had a great time at the party, they said. 3 weeks later becomes a midwife. 3 weeks later becomes a midwife. He poured himself a cup of coffee. He poured himself a cup of coffee. He is working on a draft of the novel. He is working on a draft of the novel. We'll organize now. We'll organize now. Shouldn't she be a monthly housewife? Shouldn't she be a monthly housewife? Our wife was a botanist. Our wife was a botanist. He didn't buy new shoes, did he? He didn't buy new shoes, did he? They eat slowly. They eat slowly. Wasn't I 3 games in the morning before? Wasn't I 3 games in the morning before? You won't catch it every year. You won't catch it every year. He was just being so good. He was just being so good. Should they tile every 2 weeks? Should they tile every 2 weeks? If the weather is nice, we will go for a walk. If the weather is nice, we will go for a walk. Be right back. Be right back. The director of the movie is Steven Spielberg. The director of the movie is Steven Spielberg. We are planning to visit Paris next summer. We are planning to visit Paris next summer. There are 14 pencils in the pencil case. There are 14 pencils in the pencil case. I'm not going out to eat tonight. I'm not going out to eat tonight. Cannot announce after 5 seconds. Cannot announce after 5 seconds. Should it pick up after 5 seconds? Should it pick up after 5 seconds? We're going on a trip to the beach next month. We're going on a trip to the beach next month. Can't they be a pharmacist after 4 midnight? Can't they be a pharmacist after 4 midnight? For a balanced diet, you should eat more fruits and vegetables. For a balanced diet, you should eat more fruits and vegetables. Cannot play. Cannot play. We're going on vacation next week. We're going on vacation next week. For example, is my stepsister a pianist? Is my stepsister a pianist? I don't notice anything special about it. I don't notice anything special about it. Although he was tired, he attended the meeting. Although he was tired, he attended the meeting. Am I not getting off the ship in 5 evenings? Am I not getting off the ship in 5 evenings? I have a pain in my chest. I have a pain in my chest. 4 p.m. can ignore it. 4 p.m. can ignore it. I bought a new laptop to study for my exams. I bought a new laptop to study for my exams. I read a book after lunch. I read a book after lunch. Meanwhile, not all of the answers were correct. Not all of the answers were correct. They've been best friends since kindergarten and still talk regularly as adults. They've been best friends since kindergarten and still talk regularly as adults. Cannot be selected now. Cannot be selected now. The clock on the wall is ticking. The clock on the wall is ticking. If it snowed, we would go skiing. If it snowed, we would go skiing. They practiced yoga to relieve stress. They practiced yoga to relieve stress. We will be industrialists soon. We will be industrialists soon. Do you know where the museum is? Do you know where the museum is? I can't remember. I can't remember. She was doing the laundry when she ran out of detergent. She was doing the laundry when she ran out of detergent. Actually, I don't have any plans for tonight. Actually, I don't have any plans for tonight. Many businesses had to close as a result of the pandemic. Many businesses had to close as a result of the pandemic. They like to picnic in the park. They like to picnic in the park. I'll go tomorrow. I'll go tomorrow. The movie was more emotional than I thought. The movie was more emotional than I thought. I'll have saved enough to go on vacation next summer. I'll have saved enough to go on vacation next summer. Was your son a tailor? Was your son a tailor? Affected. Affected. I'm in the bedroom. I'm in the bedroom. When do you usually have lunch? When do you usually have lunch? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Despite the tight deadline, he completed the project on time. Despite the tight deadline, he completed the project on time. Do you think what it is? Do you think what it is? A strong brand is essential for success in today's competitive market. A strong brand is essential for success in today's competitive market. Our mother-in-law is a butler. Our mother-in-law is a butler. I listened to a podcast on my way to work this morning. I listened to a podcast on my way to work this morning. They were dancing at the party. They were dancing at the party. You go to concerts on the weekends. You go to concerts on the weekends. What is your job? What is your job? Can it repeat? Can it repeat? I have to cut. I have to cut. You don't have to say that. You don't have to say that. Can I become a fabricator after one night? Can I become a fabricator after one night? Let me know if you want to stay tonight. Let me know if you want to stay tonight. Have you traveled the world? Have you traveled the world? Which is your favorite lake? Which is your favorite lake? He had his house cleaned by a professional cleaner. He had his house cleaned by a professional cleaner. They rarely take long trips. They rarely take long trips. I always wear a seatbelt in the car. I always wear a seatbelt in the car. Is her neighbor a choreographer? Is her neighbor a choreographer? He will start his own business next year. He will start his own business next year. Should you approach often? Should you approach often? Come again, Tommy. Come again, Tommy. Before we begin, let's make sure we have all the necessary resources. Before we begin, let's make sure we have all the necessary resources. The legendary musician gave a concert to a large audience. The legendary musician gave a concert to a large audience. If they invite us, we should bring a gift. If they invite us, we should bring a gift. You may not see. You may not see. Who do we have? Who do we have? I don't know this word. I don't know this word. On the weekends they swim in the lake. On the weekends they swim in the lake. He should practice playing the piano every day. He should practice playing the piano every day. Her husband was a sculptor. Her husband was a sculptor. The movie interests him. The movie interests him. Is there a toy aisle in this store? Is there a toy aisle in this store? He didn't come to the party because he was sick. He didn't come to the party because he was sick. Get out of here. Get out of here. Sounds great. Sounds great. They will attend a business conference next month. They will attend a business conference next month. Which is your favorite art gallery? Which is your favorite art gallery? No, never give up, Neil. No, never give up, Neil. It could be the second man. It could be the second man. Could you please send me the agenda of the meeting? Could you please send me the agenda of the meeting? To present. To present. They are playing football. They are playing football. Will he not create? Will he not create? But. Well, nowadays there is a lot of investment in my country. Well, nowadays there is a lot of investment in my country. The cake was beautifully decorated. The cake was beautifully decorated. How many students are in the school? How many students are in the school? I'm going to the library to buy a new book. I'm going to the library to buy a new book. My mission. My mission. Will they be babysitting every 2 weeks? Will they be babysitting every 2 weeks? I had already packed my bags before the taxi arrived. I had already packed my bags before the taxi arrived. I'd rather go to the beach than stay at home. I'd rather go to the beach than stay at home. I won't be working tomorrow. I won't be working tomorrow. Stepdaughter's field officer. Stepdaughter's field officer. Will it encourage? Will it encourage? Do you know? Do you know? Children are playing in the park. Children are playing in the park. The diamondback rattlesnake has the strongest venom. The diamondback rattlesnake has the strongest venom. His stepson was the butler. His stepson was the butler. If I had more free time, I would read more books. If I had more free time, I would read more books. They decided to adopt a dog from the shelter. They decided to adopt a dog from the shelter. He has been learning to swim for a while. He has been learning to swim for a while. He speaks loudly. He speaks loudly. Last night's concert was louder than I expected. Last night's concert was louder than I expected. Do you have any siblings? Do you have any siblings? Carefully. Carefully. Will it grow often? Will it grow often? Certainly. Where can we meet? Certainly. Where can we meet? Armchair. Armchair. We were a family. We were a family. Email received yesterday. Email received yesterday. If I knew the answer, I could have won the game. If I knew the answer, I could have won the game. Finally. Finally. May not be a monthly governor. May not be a monthly governor. Can't they be aviators soon? Can't they be aviators soon? We were playing board games with our friends. We were playing board games with our friends. Have you seen the new superhero movie before it was released? Have you seen the new superhero movie before it was released? Monitor cable. Monitor cable. We enjoy watching the sunset. We enjoy watching the sunset. He should have already registered for the course. He should have already registered for the course. Can't they escape sometimes? Can't they escape sometimes? We were playing board games with our family. We were playing board games with our family. He's too busy to meet us. He's too busy to meet us. The house is big. The house is big. It didn't build 1 hour ago. It didn't build 1 hour ago. John, as we just discussed. John, as we just discussed. His comments were unrelated to the current debate. His comments were unrelated to the current debate. I have a great idea for a new job. I have a great idea for a new job. Can you help me with this math problem? Can you help me with this math problem? The dress is too big for her. The dress is too big for her. I learned. I learned. He shouldn't be a sportscaster every week. He shouldn't be a sportscaster every week. They are attending a concert. They are attending a concert. Immediately. Immediately. They like to play football in the park. They like to play football in the park. I'm going on vacation in June. I'm going on vacation in June. Talk to a partner. When do you usually do it? Talk to a partner. When do you usually do it? I'm not sure I can do this, but I'll try. I'm not sure I can do this, but I'll try. Can't you stretch? Can't you stretch? I will be taking a day off from work in July. I will be taking a day off from work in July. Never seen a live performance. Never seen a live performance. I worked after school. I worked after school. Do you need a license to drive a car? Do you need a license to drive a car? How much does a cup of coffee cost? How much does a cup of coffee cost? Could they be innkeepers later? Could they be innkeepers later? Maybe appropriate. Maybe appropriate. Will it be cold at 3 p.m.? Will it be cold at 3 p.m.? Could not be born. Could not be born. He was fixing his car in the garage. He was fixing his car in the garage. He had already left the country when the news came out. He had already left the country when the news came out. Considers noon. Considers noon. Do they fix it after a week? Do they fix it after a week? What's in your hand? What's in your hand? We should work on our communication skills to avoid misunderstandings. We should work on our communication skills to avoid misunderstandings. All together. All together. I'll pick up the kids from school and then we'll go to the park. I'll pick up the kids from school and then we'll go to the park. Was her grandmother the interviewer? Was her grandmother the interviewer? To follow. To follow. Candidate to promote. Candidate to promote. He should not drive after drinking alcohol. He should not drive after drinking alcohol. If he apologizes, I forgive him. If he apologizes, I forgive him. Stronger than your friend. Stronger than your friend. You should not carry it after a month. You should not carry it after a month. The photo was posted on social media. The photo was posted on social media. In 5 years I will be living in my own house. In 5 years I will be living in my own house. Was my brother-in-law a researcher? Was my brother-in-law a researcher? I take pictures with my camera. I take pictures with my camera. The package was delivered to the wrong address. The package was delivered to the wrong address. He believes in the power of love. He believes in the power of love. I work as a teacher. I work as a teacher. Did you walk? Did you walk? There are 2 sacks of flour in the kitchen. There are 2 sacks of flour in the kitchen. The Eiffel Tower is the most famous landmark of Paris. The Eiffel Tower is the most famous landmark of Paris. The baseball game was cancelled due to heavy rain. The baseball game was cancelled due to heavy rain. Who are you? Who are you? Can you recommend an expert? Can you recommend an expert? Doesn't it advertise at noon? Doesn't it advertise at noon? You should wear sunscreen on the beach. You should wear sunscreen on the beach. We encountered some unexpected difficulties on the way. We encountered some unexpected difficulties on the way. It is necessary to be punctual. It is necessary to be punctual. His father is a drummer. His father is a drummer. What day will be tomorrow? What day will be tomorrow? His aunt was a bounty hunter. His aunt was a bounty hunter. We enjoyed the sun on the beach last weekend. We enjoyed the sun on the beach last weekend. The bottom of the bottle was dirty. The bottom of the bottle was dirty. Should we take? Should we take? You should not forget to take a break while working. You should not forget to take a break while working. I go to the market to buy something to eat for my family. I go to the market to buy something to eat for my family. I'm going to have dinner with my friends tomorrow night. I'm going to have dinner with my friends tomorrow night. He has been working here since January. He has been working here since January. How long have you been a doctor? How long have you been a doctor? Were you producing? Were you producing? Give my love to everyone. Give my love to everyone. He wishes he had learned to swim when he was younger. He wishes he had learned to swim when he was younger. You can love after 4 years. You can love after 4 years. I play video games on the weekends. I play video games on the weekends. Can we get a coroner in one day? Can we get a coroner in one day? He sang a song at his friend's wedding. He sang a song at his friend's wedding. To close. To close. The letter was sent yesterday. The letter was sent yesterday. 5 p.m. They didn't bother. 5 p.m. They didn't bother. I need to check my email for any updates. I need to check my email for any updates. Traceability. Traceability. I will use a blender to make smoothies. I will use a blender to make smoothies. Shall we tell you in 3 weeks? Shall we tell you in 3 weeks? Take matters into your own hands. Take matters into your own hands. I finished my homework yesterday. I finished my homework yesterday. He can confess after 3 days. He can confess after 3 days. Do you believe I won? Do you believe I won? You can cook. You can cook. I can kiss. I can kiss. How often do you eat out? How often do you eat out? I will use technology to improve my English. I will use technology to improve my English. Can we get these files? Can we get these files? What do you recommend? What do you recommend? He wants to travel to different countries. He wants to travel to different countries. Must block. Must block. The window was accidentally left open. The window was accidentally left open. Should not have been a consultant last year. Should not have been a consultant last year. He has a unique ability. He has a unique ability. Where can I find canned tomatoes? Where can I find canned tomatoes? Are there any special offers today? Are there any special offers today? He likes to watch movies on the weekends. He likes to watch movies on the weekends. Will we be 10 years naturalists? Will we be 10 years naturalists? I guess I didn't have much time because I was busy. I guess I didn't have much time because I was busy. They could not touch at sunset. They could not touch at sunset. You usually play football on the weekends. You usually play football on the weekends. We will not catch. We will not catch. They wish they had taken more photos during the trip. They wish they had taken more photos during the trip. Nothing, just look. Nothing, just look. Can't I settle in? Can't I settle in? Can you play weekly? Can you play weekly? You can edit a document in Microsoft Word. You can edit a document in Microsoft Word. We did not become poets immediately. We did not become poets immediately. My grandson was a publisher. My grandson was a publisher. Weren't they an anesthesiologist? Weren't they an anesthesiologist? Offer. Offer. He's going to paint the bedroom. He's going to paint the bedroom. Inconsistency. Inconsistency. This is beyond the pale. This is beyond the pale. A beautiful piece of jewelry. A beautiful piece of jewelry. Can you come for a checkup tomorrow? Can you come for a checkup tomorrow? Steering wheel. Steering wheel. Monthly may fail. Monthly may fail. We are watching a movie in the cinema. We are watching a movie in the cinema. Neighbor swimmer. Neighbor swimmer. I am going to have breakfast. I am going to have breakfast. Am I not reflecting? Am I not reflecting? You roll. You roll. They went to the beach last weekend and had a great time. They went to the beach last weekend and had a great time. The food is delicious. The food is delicious. After that, the new restaurant is more crowded than before. The new restaurant is more crowded than before. I can't come to the party. I have other plans. I can't come to the party. I have other plans. You are not pulling. You are not pulling. Help everyone be clear about their sprint goals. What has been accomplished, and what needs to happen next. Help everyone be clear about their sprint goals. What has been accomplished, and what needs to happen next. Must be pushed frequently. Must be pushed frequently. Their father is a housewife. Their father is a housewife. I wish I didn't have to wake up early. I wish I didn't have to wake up early. Your half-brother Dean? Your half-brother Dean? His wife is an anesthesiologist. His wife is an anesthesiologist. Are you going to work by bus tomorrow? Are you going to work by bus tomorrow? How often? How often? Your stepson was the second man. Your stepson was the second man. Can it promote at dusk? Can it promote at dusk? Is that the bartender? Is that the bartender? I have a doctor's appointment. I'm leaving early today. I have a doctor's appointment. I'm leaving early today. Are you a player then? Are you a player then? Some work has been done. Some work has been done. The bus was so full that I had to stand. The bus was so full that I had to stand. These are beautiful sunflowers. These are beautiful sunflowers. Not comment? Not comment? They have been renovating the kitchen for a month. They have been renovating the kitchen for a month. What letter is this? What letter is this? Blue is the color of the ocean. Blue is the color of the ocean. I can tell in a week. I can tell in a week. Broken. Broken. I was too late to catch the train. I was too late to catch the train. It's very cold here in winter. It's very cold here in winter. Are there any special promotions today? Are there any special promotions today? They were not ready for 2 weeks. They were not ready for 2 weeks. Shopping. Shopping. We respond to 3 products. We respond to 3 products. May not be a psychiatrist often. May not be a psychiatrist often. He wrote a heartfelt letter to his parents. He wrote a heartfelt letter to his parents. I wish I could time travel. I wish I could time travel. I don't have any money on me right now. I don't have any money on me right now. The realtor showed us the house. The realtor showed us the house. His stepfather is a preacher. His stepfather is a preacher. Shouldn't I be buying every week? Shouldn't I be buying every week? I can take a break after I finish my work. I can take a break after I finish my work. I have to lobby every month. I have to lobby every month. I watched a movie last night. I watched a movie last night. They were having a family meal in the restaurant. They were having a family meal in the restaurant. Can you pass me the salt, please? Asked. Can you pass me the salt, please? Asked. I think it's best to come home with us. I think it's best to come home with us. They built a sand castle on the beach. They built a sand castle on the beach. Mary and I are going shopping. Mary and I are going shopping. Can't get married at noon? Can't get married at noon? Fill in the blanks with a word or phrase from the list. Fill in the blanks with a word or phrase from the list. I have to call my parents tonight. I have to call my parents tonight. Can't I become a dietitian 3 nights ago? Can't I become a dietitian 3 nights ago? Is there enough room in the car for everyone? Is there enough room in the car for everyone? The road is blocked. The road is blocked. Is his sister a gardener? Is his sister a gardener? Although I was tired, I stayed up late to finish the book. Although I was tired, I stayed up late to finish the book. John was asleep when I got home. John was asleep when I got home. I think you have a plan. I think you have a plan. We are having lunch at noon. We are having lunch at noon. Do they light up after a second? Do they light up after a second? You go out with your friends on Fridays. You go out with your friends on Fridays. Later I will meet my friends for coffee. Later I will meet my friends for coffee. They will renovate their house next summer. They will renovate their house next summer. Can we go somewhere? Can we go somewhere? Shouldn't it be suppressed at sunset? Shouldn't it be suppressed at sunset? I need to book a hotel for my upcoming trip. I need to book a hotel for my upcoming trip. Can I have some ice chips? Can I have some ice chips? Unified. Unified. Couldn't it be a scavenger 2 days ago? Couldn't it be a scavenger 2 days ago? If I see a good book, I buy it. If I see a good book, I buy it. Extraordinary. Extraordinary. I can meet my friends for lunch. I can meet my friends for lunch. They enjoyed going to the beach. They enjoyed going to the beach. Point out. Point out. Approximately. Approximately. She needs to practice her dance routine for the show. She needs to practice her dance routine for the show. We like to play football, they said. We like to play football, they said. You have to study regularly to improve your grades. You have to study regularly to improve your grades. To care about. To care about. He was previously a banker. He was previously a banker. You are responsible. You are responsible. You should have a physical exam once a year. You should have a physical exam once a year. Do we need MVP? Do we need MVP? Monthly may fail. Monthly may fail. Should you say it often? Should you say it often? The bus was air-conditioned on a hot day. The bus was air-conditioned on a hot day. The realtor showed us the house. The realtor showed us the house. He has been working on the project since last Monday. He has been working on the project since last Monday. My sister called me this morning. My sister called me this morning. Workers were repairing the roof of the house. Workers were repairing the roof of the house. To eliminate. To eliminate. If it rains, we'll stay inside. If it rains, we'll stay inside. I was studying when you came home. I was studying when you came home. He visited his grandparents last weekend. He visited his grandparents last weekend. I'm sorry you didn't win. I'm sorry you didn't win. We'll be back in a week. We'll be back in a week. Why don't I show you how to do this properly? Why don't I show you how to do this properly? The window was opened by the wind. The window was opened by the wind. He wrote a letter to his friend. He wrote a letter to his friend. Didn't I judge every year? Didn't I judge every year? We're throwing a party. We're throwing a party. Precision. Precision. Shouldn't we propose at noon? Shouldn't we propose at noon? Should he write? Should he write? The book has been translated into multiple languages. The book has been translated into multiple languages. If you want a lot of money, you can save money and you have to work. If you want a lot of money, you can save money and you have to work. Today I went looking for a new pair of shoes. Today I went looking for a new pair of shoes. I want to dance with you. I want to dance with you. Can't lift it from time to time? Can't lift it from time to time? They decided to go on a world tour. They decided to go on a world tour. She looks after her child while her husband is at work. She looks after her child while her husband is at work. He wears a hat to protect himself from the sun. He wears a hat to protect himself from the sun. This is my house. This is my house. His neighbor is a lawyer. His neighbor is a lawyer. I'll call my friend to see if he's available. I'll call my friend to see if he's available. He listens to music in his spare time. He listens to music in his spare time. Can you lend me some money until I get my money? Can you lend me some money until I get my money? Are you trying to say what your criteria are? Are you trying to say what your criteria are? How is it going? How old are you? Can you tell me to continue? How is it going? How old are you? Can you tell me to continue? I prefer sunny weather. I prefer sunny weather. Will there be a ballerina at sunset? Will there be a ballerina at sunset? I'm in the room next to you. I'm in the room next to you. He did not practice driving, so he did not pass the test. He did not practice driving, so he did not pass the test. What is your final destination? What is your final destination? He never misses his morning tea. He never misses his morning tea. They won't go. They won't go. Players will rehearse their lines for the play. Players will rehearse their lines for the play. Generous. Generous. I don't know many things. I don't know many things. You will learn to play a musical instrument. You will learn to play a musical instrument. They do not speak German. They do not speak German. We are not names. We are not names. Their parents are more ironic. Their parents are more ironic. I'm in a room with 2 windows. I'm in a room with 2 windows. I don't watch horror movies. I don't watch horror movies. If you drop the glass, it will break. If you drop the glass, it will break. He goes to the beach on vacation. He goes to the beach on vacation. I loaded the washing machine to do the laundry. I loaded the washing machine to do the laundry. Sequoia trees are the tallest trees in the world. Sequoia trees are the tallest trees in the world. Will he be hopeful in the afternoon? Will he be hopeful in the afternoon? Mary is our QA team. Mary is our QA team. You can't imagine daily. You can't imagine daily. The picture was hung on the wall. The picture was hung on the wall. He came to Turkey. He came to Turkey. To organize. To organize. Have you ever tried sushi before going to a Japanese restaurant? Have you ever tried sushi before going to a Japanese restaurant? I have to attend a meeting this afternoon. I have to attend a meeting this afternoon. You couldn't have failed a century ago. You couldn't have failed a century ago. I've never been to Paris, he told me. I've never been to Paris, he told me. Other plans. Other plans. These are the famous desserts. These are the famous desserts. Her brother was a beautician. Her brother was a beautician. Had not been created before. Had not been created before. Was our nephew a watchman? Was our nephew a watchman? Her grandmother is a consultant. Her grandmother is a consultant. Duration. Duration. Will it finish? Will it finish? Deserved. Deserved. Can you help me tie my shoelaces, please? Can you help me tie my shoelaces, please? Can we do a manicure at 2 a.m. later? Can we do a manicure at 2 a.m. later? Isn't she a shop assistant at Sunrise? Isn't she a shop assistant at Sunrise? Fascinating. Fascinating. I know it. I know it. I'm waiting weekly. I'm waiting weekly. Some of my favorite memories are from childhood. Some of my favorite memories are from childhood. Pair. Pair. Next year I will work as a translator. Next year I will work as a translator. Don't we have to send it after 5 days? Don't we have to send it after 5 days? If it's not cold, I'll go outside. If it's not cold, I'll go outside. I take care of my money. I take care of my money. That diary name? That diary name? The food dehydrator is perfect for making jerky. The food dehydrator is perfect for making jerky. Let us do it. Let us do it. Tommy, can you take a look too? Tommy, can you take a look too? We used our own cars. We used our own cars. Overcame. Overcame. These are my favorite paintings. These are my favorite paintings. Didn't he borrow sometimes? Didn't he borrow sometimes? Do you like to go camping? Do you like to go camping? I'd like half a kilo of ground beef, please. I'd like half a kilo of ground beef, please. Did you see it sometimes? Did you see it sometimes? Their parents are more ironic. Their parents are more ironic. I'm going to college. I'm going to college. They are studying for the exam. They are studying for the exam. Violence. Violence. Can I have a receipt? Can I have a receipt? We have been exploring the city since morning. We have been exploring the city since morning. He has started a new job. He has started a new job. Can't I teach after 5 weeks? Can't I teach after 5 weeks? You are very active. You are very active. I need to replace the batteries in the remote control. I need to replace the batteries in the remote control. They go to the cinema on Fridays. They go to the cinema on Fridays. I have 2 shirts. The white one is clean but the blue one is dirty. I have 2 shirts. The white one is clean but the blue one is dirty. Which countries would you like to visit to go on a world tour? Which countries would you like to visit to go on a world tour? They cannot continue after one afternoon. They cannot continue after one afternoon. He drives his car to work. He drives his car to work. Should it be voiced? Should it be voiced? Now do you want to talk to me about my sons? Now do you want to talk to me about my sons? Can be selected immediately. Can be selected immediately. Never fear. Never fear. He invested in the stock market and made a substantial profit as a result. He invested in the stock market and made a substantial profit as a result. We are excited to start our new business. We are excited to start our new business. What should I say? What should I say? I don't think marriage is necessarily the best solution. I don't think marriage is necessarily the best solution. 2 seconds later? 2 seconds later? After I finish my housework, I can watch TV. After I finish my housework, I can watch TV. Can I sample this hummus? Can I sample this hummus? Can you inform us? Can you inform us? Don't I save often? Don't I save often? One, I'm going to the mall. One, I'm going to the mall. What's in that look? What's in that look? Have you ever been to Asia? Have you ever been to Asia? Can I go to school? Can I go to school? He could have helped you with your homework. He could have helped you with your homework. Are you close? Are you close? He wishes to participate in the painting exhibition. He wishes to participate in the painting exhibition. Please don't blame yourself. Please don't blame yourself. We agreed to meet at the coffee shop. We agreed to meet at the coffee shop. Realize that silence is important. Realize that silence is important. He could run at dusk. He could run at dusk. I can't make it after one night. I can't make it after one night. We cannot reduce. We cannot reduce. You are inside Isabel's house. You are inside Isabel's house. They allow us to bring our own food to the park. They allow us to bring our own food to the park. We impose daily. We impose daily. The students were working on a group project. The students were working on a group project. Aren't you an anesthetist every year? Aren't you an anesthetist every year? No need to apologize. It wasn't your fault. No need to apologize. It wasn't your fault. I'll call you when I get to the station. I'll call you when I get to the station. He will swim in the pool in the afternoon. He will swim in the pool in the afternoon. I just need to believe in me. I just need to believe in me. Chatty, chatty. Your son is a teacher. Your son is a teacher. I have a fever. I have a fever. Photo taken on vacation brings back good memories. Photo taken on vacation brings back good memories. They will be asleep. They will be asleep. Will I be a doctor at night? Will I be a doctor at night? Comprehensively. Comprehensively. Who will clean? Who will clean? I need to get some food for dinner. I need to get some food for dinner. His brother is a doctor. His brother is a doctor. If I had a second chance, I would have made different choices. If I had a second chance, I would have made different choices. He has enough friends to support him. He has enough friends to support him. Election results will be announced tomorrow. Election results will be announced tomorrow. We will be playing football. We will be playing football. My grandfather was an innkeeper. My grandfather was an innkeeper. Shouldn't he be recovering soon? Shouldn't he be recovering soon? Definite. Definite. Have you seen a good art exhibition lately? Have you seen a good art exhibition lately? Your stepdaughter was on the jury. Your stepdaughter was on the jury. Would I be a jockey later? Would I be a jockey later? His stepfather is the manager. His stepfather is the manager. Be right back. Be right back. I usually go for a walk after dinner. I usually go for a walk after dinner. Descendants are workers. Descendants are workers. Can't we just lay pipes then? Can't we just lay pipes then? Must be a civil engineer often. Must be a civil engineer often. You can appeal 10 years. You can appeal 10 years. I know a lot. I know a lot. Can he come? Can he come? Was his brother an environmentalist? Was his brother an environmentalist? How old are you? How old are you? Can you give me a status update about the project? Can you give me a status update about the project? English is spoken all over the world. English is spoken all over the world. May I assist you? May I assist you? I watch movies when I'm bored. I watch movies when I'm bored. Will they tell you right away? Will they tell you right away? Birds were chirping in the trees in the early morning hours. Birds were chirping in the trees in the early morning hours. I wish I didn't have to work on the weekends. I wish I didn't have to work on the weekends. Whose jacket is in the closet? Whose jacket is in the closet? Cake, cake. The trees in the forest turn orange and red in autumn. The trees in the forest turn orange and red in autumn. Does this bother you or do you think it's okay? Does this bother you or do you think it's okay? These are cute kitties. These are cute kitties. Was the cashier his half-brother? Was the cashier his half-brother? He jogs in the park every morning. He jogs in the park every morning. I love taking photos. I love taking photos. Should have last year. Should have last year. He wrote a poem for his girlfriend. He wrote a poem for his girlfriend. I walked the dog this morning. I walked the dog this morning. His apartment is smaller than mine. His apartment is smaller than mine. David, help me with this cake. David, help me with this cake. Shouldn't they seldom have to deal with it? Shouldn't they seldom have to deal with it? I don't need it anymore. I don't need it anymore. I need a new bottle of water. I need a new bottle of water. They can travel the world and document their adventures. They can travel the world and document their adventures. They will go on a journey next summer. They will go on a journey next summer. Do you know what I said? Do you know what I said? You will be an innkeeper for 2 weeks. You will be an innkeeper for 2 weeks. I'm going to the grocery store to buy something to eat for my party. I'm going to the grocery store to buy something to eat for my party. Stepdaughter's field officer. Stepdaughter's field officer. How often does he go for a walk in the park? How often does he go for a walk in the park? In conclusion, human trafficking is a big problem all over the world. Human trafficking is a big problem all over the world. Be right back. Be right back. My father asked me for some wood. My father asked me for some wood. We're throwing a party. We're throwing a party. He is afraid of heights, so he does not like to ride roller coasters. He is afraid of heights, so he does not like to ride roller coasters. My classmate likes to play football. My classmate likes to play football. He was a vegetarian for years before deciding to eat meat again. He was a vegetarian for years before deciding to eat meat again. What should we do? We do not know about the operating system. What should we do? We do not know about the operating system. Didn't I judge every year? Didn't I judge every year? Tom is the funniest person I know. Tom is the funniest person I know. They have to finish their homework before they go to play. They have to finish their homework before they go to play. The concert ended 2 hours ago. The concert ended 2 hours ago. They shouldn't be sheriffs occasionally. They shouldn't be sheriffs occasionally. Can I use your toilet before I leave? Can I use your toilet before I leave? In which aisle are the chips located? In which aisle are the chips located? He's going to paint the bedroom. He's going to paint the bedroom. We will force. We will force. They are the rule. They are the rule. They will adopt a child. They will adopt a child. Is your stepmother a counselor? Is your stepmother a counselor? Is our grandfather a nurse? Is our grandfather a nurse? Can you recommend a good brand of dish soap? Can you recommend a good brand of dish soap? Reduces. Reduces. Could you bring me a cup of coffee, please? Could you bring me a cup of coffee, please? Did he usually ride? Did he usually ride? My nephew is a musician. My nephew is a musician. I don't notice anything special about the event. I don't notice anything special about the event. As the sun rises, the water warms up. As the sun rises, the water warms up. Are you leaving school? Are you leaving school? He always wears a hat in the sun. He always wears a hat in the sun. I hit my leg. I hit my leg. What did you have? What did you have? His wife is the vocalist. His wife is the vocalist. He can swim. His sister can swim too. He can swim. His sister can swim too. Let me get the story of why other countries don't learn, and I'll get back to you. Let me get the story of why other countries don't learn, and I'll get back to you. Can you turn the music down? Too noisy. Can you turn the music down? Too noisy. I have to go to school. I have to go to school. I will try to join the August sun with the atmosphere. I will try to join the August sun with the atmosphere. The legacy of his leadership inspired his team. The legacy of his leadership inspired his team. The banana was too ripe and I had to throw it away. The banana was too ripe and I had to throw it away. I am very tired, I need a rest. I am very tired, I need a rest. Can they handle it? Can they handle it? Can you tell me the time, please? Can you tell me the time, please? I'll try again tomorrow. I'll try again tomorrow. Can I get your help? Can I get your help? Can babysit? Can babysit? Did you fall? Did you fall? He hated going to school. He hated going to school. He would fight in 3 hours. He would fight in 3 hours. What a great performance. What a great performance. Can't he suppress? Can't he suppress? My mother made the cake. My mother made the cake. Monthly counseling. Monthly counseling. It's very useless. Useless. Without any additives. It's very useless. Useless. Without any additives. Shouldn't you be paired after a day? Shouldn't you be paired after a day? Where do you go when you are sick? Where do you go when you are sick? What brought you today? What brought you today? He is never a janitor. He is never a janitor. You didn't cut 10 years. You didn't cut 10 years. I like fresh bread. I like fresh bread. In his spare time, he enjoys playing tennis and golf. In his spare time, he enjoys playing tennis and golf. Proactive. Proactive. His nephew was the driver. His nephew was the driver. That's incredible. That's incredible. Is my husband a vocalist? Is my husband a vocalist? Did you try? Did you try? He was your nephew's night watchman. He was your nephew's night watchman. They just arrived at the airport. They just arrived at the airport. He got the job even though he didn't have much experience. He got the job even though he didn't have much experience. There are no cars in the parking lot. There are no cars in the parking lot. Will not create them every day. Will not create them every day. Can't I deny? Can't I deny? We have guests in the gym. We have guests in the gym. Shouldn't we remember at sunset? Shouldn't we remember at sunset? When do you finish your work? When do you finish your work? In 5 years I will be living in a big city. In 5 years I will be living in a big city. Let's go shopping this weekend. Let's go shopping this weekend. It didn't start 2 years ago. It didn't start 2 years ago. Should we do sports announcers at night? Should we do sports announcers at night? Can you meet the deadline? Can you meet the deadline? 3. If there is no chance of snowfall, I will go out. 3. If there is no chance of snowfall, I will go out. Is his friend a golfer? Is his friend a golfer? I told you everything about me. I told you everything about me. Do you have gluten-free options for pancakes? Do you have gluten-free options for pancakes? Both teams played well, but one of them had to win. Both teams played well, but one of them had to win. Was our neighbor a businesswoman? Was our neighbor a businesswoman? Can you help me find the address of the restaurant? Can you help me find the address of the restaurant? Is his wife a lobbyist? Is his wife a lobbyist? His grandson was an optician. His grandson was an optician. The weather is very hot, I need to drink more water. The weather is very hot, I need to drink more water. The color is so striking. The color is so striking. When we got to the venue, the concert was already over. When we got to the venue, the concert was already over. Awareness. Awareness. We couldn't design it right away. We couldn't design it right away. I need a break. I need a break. He is a talented artist and creates amazing sculptures. He is a talented artist and creates amazing sculptures. They must be tired after such a long journey. They must be tired after such a long journey. Loyalty. Loyalty. I have neck pain. I have neck pain. Assistant in 4 seconds. Assistant in 4 seconds. He's listening. He's listening. Can I bloom weekly? Can I bloom weekly? I had to leave because you were late. I had to leave because you were late. She goes to the gym every day to get in shape for her wedding. She goes to the gym every day to get in shape for her wedding. They will thank. They will thank. Didn't he make a sound before? Didn't he make a sound before? He sleeps in his room. He sleeps in his room. He likes to listen to classical music. He likes to listen to classical music. He has been working on this project for a week. He has been working on this project for a week. Are you depressed? Are you depressed? May not be analyzed annually. May not be analyzed annually. I found an article that explains how to prepare for a job interview. I found an article that explains how to prepare for a job interview. The flowers were watered by my mother. The flowers were watered by my mother. I will play. I will play. I am very good. I am very good. Can I return an item if it is broken? Can I return an item if it is broken? We play next year. We play next year. Doesn't it normally diversify? Doesn't it normally diversify? Can't get a job right away? Can't get a job right away? Can she be a waitress now? Can she be a waitress now? I have to start my own business. I have to start my own business. Ready. Ready. Their father was an anesthesiologist. Their father was an anesthesiologist. We are slowly walking together. We are slowly walking together. Can I return a broken product? Can I return a broken product? He can't go out because he's grounded. He can't go out because he's grounded. All necessary tools are provided for this task. All necessary tools are provided for this task. We have to start studying for the exam. We have to start studying for the exam. Aren't they decorators at sunrise? Aren't they decorators at sunrise? He slept 8 hours last night. He slept 8 hours last night. Can I have a glass of water? Can I have a glass of water? The cat is very fast. The cat is very fast. Quality is better than quantity. Quality is better than quantity. No, there is no charge for Wi-Fi. No, there is no charge for Wi-Fi. Can it rain silently? Can it rain silently? My family will visit us next month. My family will visit us next month. You will soon be a manager. You will soon be a manager. There is homework tomorrow, said the teacher. There is homework tomorrow, said the teacher. Congratulations. Congratulations. Didn't I become a scientist? Didn't I become a scientist? Won't it rain at dusk? Won't it rain at dusk? He needs to find a job. He needs to find a job. Where we were. Where we were. His drawing is more detailed than mine. His drawing is more detailed than mine. Your cousins are baristas. Your cousins are baristas. They did not become manager at noon. They did not become manager at noon. We were having a barbecue in the backyard. We were having a barbecue in the backyard. He can be a nighttime announcer. He can be a nighttime announcer. Is our neighbor a historian? Is our neighbor a historian? Will I be sometimes? Will I be sometimes? I want to sleep. I want to sleep. Do we give work at dawn? Do we give work at dawn? Entrance. Entrance. His cousins were cashiers. His cousins were cashiers. I've already watched the new movie. I've already watched the new movie. Without. After 5 months, you cannot control it. After 5 months, you cannot control it. She cooks well. She cooks well. Can I have some ice chips? Can I have some ice chips? My neighbor is a barber. My neighbor is a barber. Can you become a marketer the day before? Can you become a marketer the day before? I think John deserves a promotion. I think John deserves a promotion. They will travel to Europe next month. They will travel to Europe next month. Doesn't he usually butcher? Doesn't he usually butcher? I eat eggs for breakfast. I eat eggs for breakfast. How often do you go to parties? How often do you go to parties? Students are preparing for math competition. Students are preparing for math competition. The bird flew out of its nest. The bird flew out of its nest. They want to learn how to dance salsa. They want to learn how to dance salsa. Will you plan for the next 5 days? Will you plan for the next 5 days? Rarely did I save. Rarely did I save. Was her stepdaughter a golfer? Was her stepdaughter a golfer? Can I have some cookies? Can I have some cookies? Will join soon. Will join soon. To continue. Call the police. I have nothing to lose. To continue. Call the police. I have nothing to lose. I was working from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. I was working from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. I am currently an engineering manager, but 22 years ago I was a student. I am currently an engineering manager, but 22 years ago I was a student. She was practicing yoga poses in the living room. She was practicing yoga poses in the living room. I don't notice anything special about the story. I don't notice anything special about the story. They helped themselves to a snack. They helped themselves to a snack. I took a bath after a tiring day. I took a bath after a tiring day. I'll walk the dog in the morning. I'll walk the dog in the morning. Can I have some more sugar, please? Can I have some more sugar, please? Where are we meeting? Where are we meeting? They cannot increase after 1 day. They cannot increase after 1 day. Don't you need to consult now? Don't you need to consult now? The sun sets in the west. The sun sets in the west. Can I choose annual? Can I choose annual? The conference is scheduled for next year. The conference is scheduled for next year. Can I pre-order for pickup? Can I pre-order for pickup? I came home at 8 p.m. I came home at 8 p.m. Did not stay often. Did not stay often. I had been taking Spanish lessons for a while so I could understand the basics. I had been taking Spanish lessons for a while so I could understand the basics. Is your son a secretary? Is your son a secretary? Can you share your screen? Can you share your screen? We visited that museum on our last vacation. We visited that museum on our last vacation. Was our aunt an engineer? Was our aunt an engineer? He has traveled to many countries in Europe. He has traveled to many countries in Europe. Enrichment. Enrichment. This shirt is cheaper than the other. This shirt is cheaper than the other. Do you like football? Do you like football? Let me introduce you to the team. Let me introduce you to the team. He drinks coffee in the morning. He drinks coffee in the morning. What food do you usually eat? What food do you usually eat? I had completed my diploma before I started my first job. I had completed my diploma before I started my first job. His half-brothers are inventors. His half-brothers are inventors. It's hard not to know. But I know it's a process. It's hard not to know. But I know it's a process. We will diversify. We will diversify. Looking for a bike. Looking for a bike. Despite losing the game, he played extraordinarily well. Despite losing the game, he played extraordinarily well. I have a doctor's appointment. I'm leaving early today. I have a doctor's appointment. I'm leaving early today. He prefers to work alone rather than in a group. He prefers to work alone rather than in a group. After 3 years we are not scientists. After 3 years we are not scientists. Can't you be a songwriter for 10 years? Can't you be a songwriter for 10 years? To solve. To solve. I work in security and my job is to protect people. I work in security and my job is to protect people. Did he kill her at 2 o'clock the night before? Did he kill her at 2 o'clock the night before? He is very generous and always helps others. He is very generous and always helps others. They went on a trip around the country. They went on a trip around the country. The movie was great and I can't wait to watch it again. The movie was great and I can't wait to watch it again. John Good Young. John Good Young. The article explores the effects of social media on young people. The article explores the effects of social media on young people. You can't smoke here. You can't smoke here. Can you close the window? It's getting cold. Can you close the window? It's getting cold. Her mother-in-law was a minor. Her mother-in-law was a minor. He plays the guitar very well. He plays the guitar very well. Would not close at sunrise. Would not close at sunrise. He should have informed us about the change in plans. He should have informed us about the change in plans. The result of the report was deemed insufficient to make a decision. The result of the report was deemed insufficient to make a decision. He found his keys. He found his keys. May occasionally light up. May occasionally light up. Approximately how long does it take to complete this task? Approximately how long does it take to complete this task? Raw beets. Raw beets. This product is currently on pre-order. This product is currently on pre-order. May I help you? May I help you? Haven't we dreamed often? Haven't we dreamed often? This is great. This is great. It can be a difficult task. It can be a difficult task. He must be tired after running the marathon. He must be tired after running the marathon. Wasn't one afternoon developer? Wasn't one afternoon developer? The baby cried all night because he was teething. The baby cried all night because he was teething. Can you encourage after 1 minute? Can you encourage after 1 minute? He has already eaten his lunch. He has already eaten his lunch. Can I use a mobile payment app? Can I use a mobile payment app? Oh please, get out of here. Trust me, I'm not worth it. Oh please, get out of here. Trust me, I'm not worth it. I'll text you when I arrive. I'll text you when I arrive. How much water do you drink each day? How much water do you drink each day? They want to learn to code. They want to learn to code. I'm meeting John at the park tonight at 6 o'clock. I'm meeting John at the park tonight at 6 o'clock. You are not developing normally. You are not developing normally. Can't I run? Can't I run? Are your cousins publishers? Are your cousins publishers? I found my keys. I found my keys. Couldn't he touch it? Couldn't he touch it? We were off next year. We were off next year. They will play tennis in the park. They will play tennis in the park. The store opens at 9 a.m. every day. The store opens at 9 a.m. every day. Shouldn't it air at dusk? Shouldn't it air at dusk? Is her mother-in-law the referee? Is her mother-in-law the referee? It cannot support after the 3rd century. It cannot support after the 3rd century. I couldn't deal. I couldn't deal. Wouldn't you be a geologist in 1 month? Wouldn't you be a geologist in 1 month? We continue. We continue. Do you have a penny in it? Do you have a penny in it? Don't they always think? Don't they always think? Can it renew 2 weeks? Can it renew 2 weeks? Is his brother a geographer? Is his brother a geographer? Did you get the candles? Did you get the candles? Can't get it often? Can't get it often? She is shopping for new clothes. She is shopping for new clothes. After a month you are not a driver. After a month you are not a driver. Very rarely. Very rarely. By the time he returns, I will have cleaned the whole house. By the time he returns, I will have cleaned the whole house. Will you know? Will you know? Where are you from today? Where are you from today? Students will take their final exams next month. Students will take their final exams next month. His neighbor was a manufacturer. His neighbor was a manufacturer. The window was closed by my brother. The window was closed by my brother. I have to go to the bank and the post office, and after that I will finish my business. I have to go to the bank and the post office, and after that I will finish my business. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. I can't hurt. I can't hurt. You didn't cut 10 years. You didn't cut 10 years. Are you taking a shower? Are you taking a shower? The offer usually helps the official. The offer usually helps the official. We got ready for the party all day. We got ready for the party all day. Then they get married at 4 a.m. Then they get married at 4 a.m. May not have specified before. May not have specified before. Inside. Inside. I am an intensive care specialist every day. I am an intensive care specialist every day. Do you mind if I open the window? Do you mind if I open the window? They wear matching t-shirts on holiday. They wear matching t-shirts on holiday. I worked in a cafe during my college years. I worked in a cafe during my college years. Shall we install it now? Shall we install it now? My nephew was a salesman. My nephew was a salesman. Can fit monthly. Can fit monthly. It's not like you. It's not like you. How can you stay with him? How can you stay with him? Won't they close next year? Won't they close next year? Is Vlad aware? Is Vlad aware? Is my uncle the driver? Is my uncle the driver? Can you keep the cut clean and dry? Can you keep the cut clean and dry? As far as I know. As far as I know. We met our teacher in the library. We met our teacher in the library. They can swim in the depths of the pool. They can swim in the depths of the pool. As soon as we finish cooking dinner, we will watch a movie. As soon as we finish cooking dinner, we will watch a movie. Are you going to play the lead in 2 minutes? Are you going to play the lead in 2 minutes? Does your mother cook every evening? Does your mother cook every evening? What is your purpose? What is your purpose? I will be giving a speech at the conference next week. I will be giving a speech at the conference next week. Can I get a discount for being a loyal customer? Can I get a discount for being a loyal customer? The cake was baked in the oven. The cake was baked in the oven. I'm meeting with John for coffee tomorrow. I'm meeting with John for coffee tomorrow. The electric grill is perfect for making pancakes. The electric grill is perfect for making pancakes. Inspector in 5 hours? Inspector in 5 hours? Meals were inadequate for the number of guests in the party. Meals were inadequate for the number of guests in the party. Do you have disposable plates and cups? Do you have disposable plates and cups? Will reply. Will reply. Can I get a rain check for this limited time offer? Can I get a rain check for this limited time offer? The decision remained under the influence of the public. The decision remained under the influence of the public. I love it even though it's bad. I love it even though it's bad. I'm the cat sleeping on the couch. I'm the cat sleeping on the couch. The teacher will need to grade your exams before they can calculate your final grade. The teacher will need to grade your exams before they can calculate your final grade. Can they answer now? Can they answer now? Mary and I are going shopping. Mary and I are going shopping. Very rarely. Very rarely. Rarely complete? Rarely complete? After 5 evenings it wouldn't focus. After 5 evenings it wouldn't focus. They are locked. They are locked. Also, don't forget to bring your sunscreen to the beach. Also, don't forget to bring your sunscreen to the beach. There is no chair in the room. There is no chair in the room. Shouldn't he agree every week? Shouldn't he agree every week? They are usually not attractive. They are usually not attractive. We have dinner at 7 o'clock. We have dinner at 7 o'clock. Why can't I see it? Why can't I see it? He reads a book every night. He reads a book every night. I don't have any money on me right now. I don't have any money on me right now. Our favorite meal in the restaurant was finished. Our favorite meal in the restaurant was finished. If I had known, I would have brought an umbrella. If I had known, I would have brought an umbrella. My mother is making a delicious cake. My mother is making a delicious cake. The government should have provided better health care. The government should have provided better health care. Can you give information about the subject? Can you give information about the subject? Does he play the piano? Does he play the piano? I will do my homework tonight. I will do my homework tonight. I don't know what you are saying. I don't know what you are saying. We won't be engineering soon. We won't be engineering soon. Can't I survive the night? Can't I survive the night? We are watching a movie tonight. We are watching a movie tonight. He planted flowers in the garden. He planted flowers in the garden. Sarah found a lost kitten on the street. Sarah found a lost kitten on the street. If yes, have you had any problems with it? If yes, have you had any problems with it? They want to visit Paris next summer. They want to visit Paris next summer. Do I need to do anything? Do I need to do anything? He would not come next year. He would not come next year. Can I taste this cheese sample? Can I taste this cheese sample? They wouldn't have lowered before. They wouldn't have lowered before. We must approach at night. We must approach at night. If I don't forget, I'll call you tomorrow. If I don't forget, I'll call you tomorrow. Shouldn't I have a beer every 2 weeks? Shouldn't I have a beer every 2 weeks? She was sewing a new dress for her daughter. She was sewing a new dress for her daughter. He has no fever. He has no fever. Should not be approached immediately. Should not be approached immediately. How to say hello in English. How to say hello in English. We were already eating when they arrived. We were already eating when they arrived. Won't it lay pipes later? Won't it lay pipes later? How long do you think this will take? How long do you think this will take? My father will come to my school for me. My father will come to my school for me. He was on his way to work when his tire punctured. He was on his way to work when his tire punctured. What would you like to do? What would you like to do? Time flies like an arrow. Time flies like an arrow. They get fit 5 hours ago. They get fit 5 hours ago. They will move to a bigger house. They will move to a bigger house. Does he usually leave? Does he usually leave? Can you help me move this table up the stairs? Can you help me move this table up the stairs? Isn't he hopeful at night? Isn't he hopeful at night? The situation is very serious. The situation is very serious. His brothers were groceries. His brothers were groceries. I will work on my project from 2 to 4 p.m. tomorrow. I will work on my project from 2 to 4 p.m. tomorrow. They had their dogs groomed at the pet shop. They had their dogs groomed at the pet shop. We were not employed 4 months ago. We were not employed 4 months ago. They are studying for the exam. They are studying for the exam. Can you use scissors? Can you use scissors? We won't be female cops every month. We won't be female cops every month. Are you going to visit the museum this weekend? Are you going to visit the museum this weekend? Do they need help? Do they need help? Is your sister a notary? Is your sister a notary? Your wife was a diver. Your wife was a diver. How much is this bottle of water? How much is this bottle of water? In 20 years I will be grandparents. In 20 years I will be grandparents. The letter was delivered to the wrong address. The letter was delivered to the wrong address. They had been married for 10 years before deciding to have children. They had been married for 10 years before deciding to have children. If only I had a personal assistant, I could manage my tasks more efficiently. If only I had a personal assistant, I could manage my tasks more efficiently. How much does a gallon of milk cost? How much does a gallon of milk cost? My father drives a blue car. My father drives a blue car. Is your daughter a botanist? Is your daughter a botanist? Does it have to come closer in 3 minutes? Does it have to come closer in 3 minutes? I think I have a fever. I think I have a fever. He couldn't be a songwriter 3 nights ago. He couldn't be a songwriter 3 nights ago. Grading chart. Grading chart. Have you finished reading the book? Have you finished reading the book? You can't shout. You can't shout. I see him often. I see him often. He was not soon recognized. He was not soon recognized. Let's have a drink after the concert. Let's have a drink after the concert. I had already finished my homework when my friends arrived. I had already finished my homework when my friends arrived. I was translating every month. I was translating every month. Did we get hurt later? Did we get hurt later? May not have masseuse last year. May not have masseuse last year. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions. He can paint at noon. He can paint at noon. Your wife is a geologist. Your wife is a geologist. I shouldn't eat sweets just because I'm on a diet. I shouldn't eat sweets just because I'm on a diet. Hug me. Hug me. The dress is beautiful, it suits you very well. The dress is beautiful, it suits you very well. They must be field guards at 4 after midnight. They must be field guards at 4 after midnight. One, I must have a baby. One, I must have a baby. I know. I know. Who helps us? Who helps us? Children love to watch cartoons on TV. Children love to watch cartoons on TV. John, are you here? John, are you here? He was typing on his laptop when I entered the room. He was typing on his laptop when I entered the room. Usually not an electrician. Usually not an electrician. Winter is colder than autumn. Winter is colder than autumn. I do not know what to say. I do not know what to say. Beach. Beach. Although the results were not as we expected, we learned valuable lessons. Although the results were not as we expected, we learned valuable lessons. To worry. To worry. They couldn't believe it themselves. They couldn't believe it themselves. Let me try to fix this for you. Let me try to fix this for you. By the end of the week, we will be planning the event for a month. By the end of the week, we will be planning the event for a month. I failed 3 weeks ago. I failed 3 weeks ago. I am rarely a registrar. I am rarely a registrar. Firstly. Firstly. Should you attend this meeting? Should you attend this meeting? If they work hard, they will win the competition. If they work hard, they will win the competition. Carefully. Carefully. You can't trust others, you have to do it yourself. You can't trust others, you have to do it yourself. He sold his old clothes. He sold his old clothes. Better start eating healthier. Better start eating healthier. Can you be a curator then? Can you be a curator then? Can you help me find the campus security office? Can you help me find the campus security office? Tony played guitar last year. Tony played guitar last year. It will take a lot of work for both of us to finish this project. It will take a lot of work for both of us to finish this project. We should not threaten. We should not threaten. Evening. Evening. The bus arrives in 10 minutes. The bus arrives in 10 minutes. My family visited my grandparents. My family visited my grandparents. Shouldn't they be rowing soon? Shouldn't they be rowing soon? I won't be playing at 5 after midnight. I won't be playing at 5 after midnight. My nephew was a consultant. My nephew was a consultant. Would not sway. Would not sway. I will go. I will go. The sun shines brightly in the morning. The sun shines brightly in the morning. They could not measure. They could not measure. I will see your friends. I will see your friends. They were having a picnic in the park when it started to rain. They were having a picnic in the park when it started to rain. Our parents' anniversary is next week. Our parents' anniversary is next week. Do we need to do anything for my web address? Do we need to do anything for my web address? I'm calling after 5 weeks. I'm calling after 5 weeks. The train will arrive in 20 minutes. The train will arrive in 20 minutes. You make a difference. You make a difference. Then it could not be a midwife. Then it could not be a midwife. Beach. Beach. Would not plan. Would not plan. What did you say? What did you say? Immature. Immature. Wouldn't it reduce 10 years? Wouldn't it reduce 10 years? His half-sisters were messengers. His half-sisters were messengers. That's incredible. That's incredible. Can he make a call after 4 days? Can he make a call after 4 days? We cleaned the house after the party. We cleaned the house after the party. He is writing a letter to his best friend. He is writing a letter to his best friend. This movie is better than the previous one. This movie is better than the previous one. I am planning to start a new exercise program. I am planning to start a new exercise program. Are you wearing a hat? Are you wearing a hat? You should read more books to expand your knowledge. You should read more books to expand your knowledge. First we'll have breakfast, then we'll go for a walk. First we'll have breakfast, then we'll go for a walk. 2. Do you want to come with me? 2. Do you want to come with me? Are you comfortable with that? Are you comfortable with that? You shouldn't be texting and walking at the same time. You shouldn't be texting and walking at the same time. Not sure if I'm in the mood for this. Not sure if I'm in the mood for this. Did it appear? Did it appear? Pair. Pair. Why did you walk? Why did you walk? What is new? What is new? It's not like you. It's not like you. I listen to music while working. I listen to music while working. Which city would you like to visit in the future? Which city would you like to visit in the future? I have the appropriate paperwork. I have the appropriate paperwork. The horse the rider was riding jumped over the obstacle. The horse the rider was riding jumped over the obstacle. They bought new clothes for the party. They bought new clothes for the party. I've been listening to music for 20 hours. I've been listening to music for 20 hours. What is your favorite sandwich filling? What is your favorite sandwich filling? I was in secretarial faculty. I was in secretarial faculty. I was just trying to look better. I was just trying to look better. Other hands. Other hands. He has to find a job to support his family. He has to find a job to support his family. His mother was a homeowner. His mother was a homeowner. Can I use your phone for a minute? Can I use your phone for a minute? I met a famous writer at the signing day. I met a famous writer at the signing day. This will not be necessary. This will not be necessary. They closed the station. They closed the station. I will have completed my diploma by the end of the year. I will have completed my diploma by the end of the year. I'm dyeing socks. I'm dyeing socks. There are no students in the classroom. There are no students in the classroom. We studied English grammar. We studied English grammar. Kinds of shapes. Kinds of shapes. Not sorting at dusk? Not sorting at dusk? In 20 years I will be grandparents. In 20 years I will be grandparents. Then it should install. Then it should install. Can I use your phone for a minute? Can I use your phone for a minute? I can't believe I won the lottery. I can't believe I won the lottery. Would post weekly. Would post weekly. We will be ready according to plan. We will be ready according to plan. I was late because I missed the bus. I was late because I missed the bus. You right. You right. Learning English can help you in your career. Learning English can help you in your career. Don't you have a pension? Don't you have a pension? The little dog is cute but the big one is scary. The little dog is cute but the big one is scary. They lived happily ever after. They lived happily ever after. You can come later. You can come later. I can take a break after I finish my work. I can take a break after I finish my work. Can they talk sometimes? Can they talk sometimes? Will I be the postman every week? Will I be the postman every week? Does your hotel have Wi-Fi? Does your hotel have Wi-Fi? Do you remember? Do you remember? Can you help me find the nearest ATM? Can you help me find the nearest ATM? I was confused. I was sorry. I was confused. I was sorry. I got promoted at work. I got promoted at work. Can't you juggle at 3 a.m. earlier? Can't you juggle at 3 a.m. earlier? We went out for a drink after the concert. We went out for a drink after the concert. Can be stored immediately. Can be stored immediately. Doesn't it block after 5 seconds? Doesn't it block after 5 seconds? Was his nephew the sheriff? Was his nephew the sheriff? His mother was a firefighter. His mother was a firefighter. I have a rash. I have a rash. You are getting better. You are getting better. So look, you live alone. So look, you live alone. Can we visit? Can we visit? Are there mother's cops? Are there mother's cops? Time interval. Time interval. There were only a few people at the meeting. There were only a few people at the meeting. Not washing machine after 5 nights? Not washing machine after 5 nights? Do they exercise? Do they exercise? The book was written by Mark Twain. The book was written by Mark Twain. Won't you prove it every year? Won't you prove it every year? I don't want to make a fool of myself by drinking too much. I don't want to make a fool of myself by drinking too much. Your grandfather is a singer. Your grandfather is a singer. Do we need MVP? Do we need MVP? It should not be applied every day. It should not be applied every day. They went to Thailand and visited many temples. They went to Thailand and visited many temples. He will finish reading the book tonight. He will finish reading the book tonight. Should not be discovered on a monthly basis. Should not be discovered on a monthly basis. I see you. I see you. The concert has been postponed to next week. The concert has been postponed to next week. Clue. Clue. As long as you love me, I will never leave you. As long as you love me, I will never leave you. Can they appreciate? Can they appreciate? After 4 weeks you will step up. After 4 weeks you will step up. We provide catering services for organizations and parties. We provide catering services for organizations and parties. Don't let your greed. Don't let your greed. Is there a pharmacy section in the store? Is there a pharmacy section in the store? Was my stepmother the dean? Was my stepmother the dean? Strengthen teams. Strengthen teams. Can't he always move? Can't he always move? Was his family a cop? Was his family a cop? Can't you talk that loud? Other people are trying to work. Can't you talk that loud? Other people are trying to work. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. You have internet problem on your side. You have internet problem on your side. The teacher gave a lesson. The teacher gave a lesson. I'm weaker than John. I'm weaker than John. His friends are opticians. His friends are opticians. He learned to play the guitar. He learned to play the guitar. Must refuse. Must refuse. I'm a normal person and I like to keep things organized. I'm a normal person and I like to keep things organized. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I need a cane. I need a cane. I'm not sure I can believe what you're saying. I'm not sure I can believe what you're saying. Had they finished their work before the deadline? Had they finished their work before the deadline? Stabbed. Stabbed. He was writing a letter to his pen pal. He was writing a letter to his pen pal. Observable. Observable. Do you need to talk? Do you need to talk? Will not build. Will not build. Can you recommend a good coffee brand? Can you recommend a good coffee brand? How many apples do you buy from the market? How many apples do you buy from the market? I need to exchange this euro for dollars. I need to exchange this euro for dollars. Which is your favorite book? Which is your favorite book?